Yo, what's up, guys? How you guys doing? I would like to thank you guys for tuning in to Only the Realist. I hope that you guys have all had a wonderful day out there, and be mindful that this reading will not resonate with every single one of you. There are millions of energies on planet Earth, and without further ado, we're going to jump right in. This is going to be a you versus your person reading, and we're going to start off with you. Our first energies out here is the Nine of Cups. Okay. With the Queen of Pentacles. All right, we got a little bit of some guards up when it comes to our emotions. Okay, when it comes to your person here, but you're being asked to just take some time to yourself, sit with yourself, think about healthy things, right? And try your best to get through. This is your development, okay? Three of Wands with the Star, okay? So there's some healing going on here, which is why your emotions are up. Your emotions are guarded, right? You're waiting for something to happen here in this connection, but there's a lot of hurt that you're removing from yourself, okay? And we have the Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, work on yourself. Work on yourself, okay? There's abundance here in this connection, okay? Work on yourself, okay? And that's not saying to ignore your person. It's just to say that, um, you know, if you work on yourself, it helps with the connection. You know what I mean? You working on yourself will help the connection work for the both of you. Okay? We have the Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, slow and steady wins the race. There needs to be a perspective change. Okay? There's a way that you're viewing this connection that needs a little bit of some change, okay? Yeah. This is going to be a slow build. But that's okay. Because we have the Ace of Cups, the ultimate fulfillment of emotional stability. Okay? Yeah. To have that brings you health, prosperity, you know, ability to, you know, have responsible stabilization, productive stabilization. You have lots of emotions for this person here, okay? And we have the High Priestess going into your God energy, okay? This is where you receive downloads to gain access to advance the process, right? And we have the Queen of Cups, okay? Yeah, you have a very powerful emotional connection with this person here. Okay, we have the Seven of Swords, keeping things to yourself, but change that perspective. Okay, the way you're viewing something in this connection right here, or the way you're viewing your stance on this, it needs a perspective change. Okay, because we cannot always look at everything the same way. There has to be change to see something differently in a different point of view, right? So yeah, we have the Lovers with the Three of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, the connection is very real here when it comes to that, you know, that feeling where your mind, body, and spirit is asking you to get closer with the other being, right? Yeah. Five of Swords. Yeah, the fight is over. Whatever you've been struggling with, just change the perspective. Okay, we have Judgment at the bottom of the deck. Okay, so you're about to get that aha moment, all right, where the blinds are finally taken off and you're able to have the realization of understanding. Okay, we have the Page of Wands. Yeah, this is the new spark of excitement, adventure, right? Get that passion flare rolling again, okay? With the Seven of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. You're over here wondering if you are enough for this person, and that's, you know, bring your confidence up when it comes to thinking like that. You know what I mean? Of course, you have enough to give. You know what I mean? Connections are not bought. Why don't people understand these things? Connections are not bought. You don't you don't buy people's emotions. You don't buy people's action of love, action of duty, action of service, action of maturity, action of authenticity. You don't buy these things from people. These are things that people have learned within them. They have them within them. You know what I mean? It's okay. We have the Six of Wands, Page of Pentacles, or the Page of Wands. Okay, so it's a victory there. You know what I mean? It's a victory. So just be yourself. Yeah, there's abundance there. Uh, I don't know why I went over on you guys' side, but I'm gonna keep going because I feel like this is getting a little bit more in depth. Okay, and we have the Five of Cups at the bottom of the deck with the Empress. Okay, yeah, you're seeing abundance here. Okay, but you feel like it's lost, or like your habit to feel the emotional connection is not in sight for you. You know, look at that. Not only was it at the bottom of the deck, it's now here in the reading. We have the Five of Cups with the Nine of Pentacles. Everything's gonna be okay. You know, you gotta just get out of that shadow. There's this shadow that you're sitting in, and you know that's why you're going through this healing here. It's like there's this shadow that you're sitting in. You gotta allow yourself to come out of that. Let's check out your person. Okay, Four of Pentacles. Feel like they don't have enough to offer you. Okay, you feel like you don't have enough to give them when it comes to emotions and, you know, who you are, and they just feel like they don't have enough to give you. You know what I mean? Yeah, conflict. They're afraid of they're afraid this person is afraid of conflict here with you. Okay, could be a simple, you know, conversation, simple argument, disagreement, or something, but you know, it's and I'm explaining how this person, you know, like this person, if there's anything like a small argument or a small anything, like they just kind of you know go into a little hole. Um, but you know, I feel like, you know, we all have our own issues, right? Uh, but this is someone you definitely have to take things slow with, right? Um, they just have that feeling of like they don't want to deal with conflict, right? Um, yep. And they have the Hanged Man and the Three of Wands. They're gonna change their perspective, okay? Because they're waiting for this to happen. Okay, they're waiting for their ships to come in. Okay, yeah, they're going through a transformation. The Death and the Queen of Swords. Yeah, they're in there. Ooh, they're looking for some real clarity. Okay, they're looking for some real clarity. Seems like an avoidant, someone who likes to avoid a lot of things. Okay, you gotta take things head on. This transformation is gonna be good for them though. Okay, yeah, it's gonna allow them to have growth with you. Okay, and they're needing strength. So yeah, this person is lacking strength, the ability to confront things head on, you know, the ability to see things in different ways, right? There's a lot of things they're struggling with, but you know, when it comes to the emotions, I think you have a positive effect on how their life is and how they would like to change things in their lives, or how they would like to see things in their life. Okay, and we have the Moon. Okay, with the King of Pentacles. Wow, this is good here. Okay, this is good. Wanting this to be a strong connection. Okay, there's this curiosity here behind the Moon. They're wondering what's going on behind the scenes, but they will then begin yet to figure out what the meaning is after this transformation has begun. Yeah, we have the Queen of Cups. A lot of emotion, a lot of drive when it comes to them thinking about you. Okay, there's a lot of work that they know that they have to do on themselves, but there's also a lot of work that they know that they'll be able to accomplish once they have, you know, um, began this process of a transformation, right? This person is feeling, thinking, and wanting to act on how the future is going to turn out here. Yeah, Page of Swords. They want to reach out with a little bit of communication, okay? This feeling of comfort. Yeah, and I think they're going to do this too. Page of Cups, okay? With the Knight of Wands. And they know it's going to be hard, but they're going to offer you their cup of love. You know what I mean? And this may be something they're not used to as well. We have the Four of Wands with the Ten of Cups. Yeah, they're seeking this healthy, happy, prosperity, or prosperous life with you as well here. Okay, and you know they're really excited here with the Four of Wands about this being a thing, right? We have the Strength with the Chariot. Yeah, they're being asked to, swiftly, get into their spirit, right? Have strength to make changes, to go after things that, that fulfill you, right? That make you a better person, that make you see things differently, that make you, you know, um, present yourself differently, right? This is good, you know. Yeah, and they're gonna get out of this place of brokenness, of, you know, anxiety and depression, right? We have um, the World. This is their completion, you know. They have come to a place of understanding, you know. It's like the person you would never want to lose, the changes that you make, trying not to lose them, are the changes that make the connection strong. Why? Because those are the things that make the connection disruptive, right? So you're fixing those things, and those things now are being repaired so that there's no type of interference, from yourself to that connection. And we have the Queen of Swords. Yeah, this this is really good here. Getting into your mind, right? And we have the Ace of Wands at the bottom of the deck, the ultimate wish fulfillment of manifestation. Getting into your mind, right? With a positive attitude, right? And creating, this is them here, right? They're creating the reality in which they know what these changes are doing. Okay, let's check out your mutual energies. King of Swords with the Temperance. Yep. So you guys are going to sit, you guys are going to be patient, and you guys are going to strategize and create stability with what you're strategizing. Okay, let's check out your other mutual energies. Ten of Wands. Yeah, allowing things to be, allowing burdens and baggage and things to be set aside, right? These things are too heavy. Change is needed. We need to start doing some spring cleaning, removing these things to allow more of this, right? This adventurous, playful kind of energy to flow through, right? And this is to help stabilize trust and comfort, and the ability to be playful and honest and joyful, and all of these things when we have space, right? When we have space, we've created that. um let's check out what you're supposed to be doing in your outcome. We have the Ten of Pentacles with the Two of Cups. Yeah, building This is what you're strategizing right now, building and bringing this connection together. Building. This is good. Creates a healthy understanding. And this is their outcome and what they're supposed to be doing. We have the Two of Wands with the Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, you are more than enough. Just as a human being, you are more than enough to create with with this. You know what I mean? Yeah, they need strength, but I hope that they get through this, and I hope that you're able to heal from things that you need to heal from as well. Um, Anyways, guys, that's all that I have for you guys. Um, if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you hit like, share, subscribe, and comment down below. I would really like to hear what you guys have to say. And if you guys have been with the gang, I love you guys so much. Monistique, and I'll catch you guys next time.